Hey, what is happening? I'm trying to do an interview with Eddie Goldin right now. I can't get Facebook to work in groups, so I like to do them on my personal page. So if you're hopping on right now and you want to check out this interview with this extraordinary entrepreneur, then you can stay on. If not, I'm just really using it as a Facebook Live documentation of what we can do as business people, as entrepreneurs in this space. So it's really great to see you guys popping on. If you haven't had a chance to see it, my name's Billy, and I'm super grateful for your attention. So hopefully Eddie Goldin jumps on. I don't see him yet. But it's great to have you guys on. I hope everything is going really well tonight and solid for you and amazing. I get to go out in the park with my kids this evening, and that was fun. So I'm waiting for Goldin Martinez. Like I said, I do these interviews. I'm doing this podcast, video podcast through my Fit Pro Life, and it's been really good. Tanya, what is going on? So Vincent popping on. I appreciate all these guys jumping on. I'm doing an interview, hopefully, with Eddie Goldin. And if he doesn't hop on, I'm just going to take over the show. Hey, Mimi, what is going on with you? So I have created a Fit Pro Life community, which is really just for fitness professionals who are trying to be more entrepreneurial, who think that they have a lot more to provide for their space, and that really want to connect with other people that are just crushing it in their space. My wife and I have a side gig that I'm sure many people are aware of, and we use this space to expose people to that and to bring others in and allow them to share things that are working for them. Different people, have their own products. Different people have their own clothing lines. A couple of tremendous gym owners and fitness business people that I've worked with, and that is the community that I'm building. There is Goldin Martinez. I'm going to bring you in here now, all right? Hopefully you're in there. It says add. You're going to get an invite, and we're going to get this rolling. Goldin, I hit the button, so if you're on your phone, there should be a button to join. Yes. Get focused. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very clearly.
You are a legend. This might be the most exciting moment of my whole year.
What's up,
So
Billy?
listen, I usually do these on my group, but for some reason Facebook's not letting me go live in the group. It's been like that for a couple of weeks. I've killed the app, I've deleted it, reinstalled it, reached out to customer service. So I go personal. So we will get a lot of fitness professionals. Hopefully they know both of us, popping in and out, like Lee Jimenez just hopped on. I actually did an interview with him, another legend, a couple weeks back. And then we'll get some of my friends roll in, and hopefully they get to observe. Maybe they get inspired by what you have going on.
I would love that.
So let me get this rolling. If you got a couple minutes, hopefully your phone doesn't run out of batteries.
I'm gonna plug it in right now as we speak.
Got it. Well, I'm going to just give a little introduction, as my name is Billy Cowell, and I'm doing this video podcasting for my Fit Pro Life community. Basically, the idea is to boost your impact, increase your outreach, and help fitness professionals, really boost like their income and the way that they are able to create success around their space. It's been really good. I'm actually going to spin these out of here so I can't see who pops on. So if you're doing any comments, I won't be able to see them, just to keep me from being distracted. I want to focus on the legend here. So these interviews have been really good at helping people bring their business forwards, bring their idea forward, bring their movement forward. It's been really, really good. And I want to dedicate this to fitness professionals, people whose niche may be being an entrepreneur, people who realize that in order to grow, really to fulfill what they want to do in this world, they need to contribute to helping others do what they do. And that is just tremendous. So I am super, super blessed to have this amazing entrepreneur slash father slash leader, Goldin Martinez, on the split screen here. I got a little bit about what you do. I think you graduated from high school last year. No, 2006. But what is so powerful is the main movement of the GF on his shirt right there started in just 2008. So when many people are out getting school loans and burying themselves in history classes and whatever else, this guy got focused. All right, he got focused, and 2 years out of high school started this movement that was absolutely tremendous. He started this program from scratch, and it's been changing lives. Hold on one second. Hey, girls, can you guys be quiet while I'm on this video? Just a little bit. That'd be fine. Cool. Um, what I know about the Get Focused program, right? What I know about it is I watched a video that Uprocks had done, and I'm going to post a link to that video because it is so inspirational. You might want to watch it once. You might want to watch it again. But what he does, what this guy on the other side of the screen does, is he has created this program that kids that can't really afford books, or maybe they just aren't prioritizing the cost, are able to exercise and get reading material. And I mean, the program is so powerful. He started in 2008, and in his first year, he was in 24 public schools. I can only imagine what it's like to even get a principal on the phone. And this guy in 1 year was able to get in over 20 public schools. Now, I talked to him on the phone. He told me he's got an interview coming up on Trinity Broadcast Network, where I'm going to definitely call him out because he said that he has an open offer to any church or organization similar to that, where he'll bring his program into their organization and teach them how to do it. And he'll do that service for free as his outreach grows and expands. And I thought that was really powerful. Like I said, check out that video. I'm going to post a link to it. You know, I'm sure that Goldin has partnered with many organizations and done a lot of really cool stuff. But somewhere in that in the journey, he stopped in at a big box gym and played his cards for a week as a personal trainer. You know, a week in the scheme of things. It was a little longer than that. And I was absolutely blessed to have met him, connected with him, and taking that relationship years forward to right now in this interview. So it's been really good. I believe he works and lives in New Jersey. He's got a baby boy that has much more hair than he does, and 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 I think he's under 30 years old. Did I miss anything?
No, Billy, that was first of all, that was
Right.
fantastic. You you
I've been
really
spending all
covered.
day researching you.
No, you covered everything. So yes, I'm 29 years old. I live in New Jersey. I migrated here from New York, born and raised in New York, Washington Heights. Love my community, love my city, but I wanted more peace and quiet, and especially now that I'm a father, like you said, to a baby boy named Lucas, and I'm just very happy here. And it also allowed me to expand my company to a whole nother state where we have a very strong presence now in New Jersey, and I'm very proud of that. We have contracts with the New Jersey Eagles, with the Boys and Girls Club, with the YMCA's, and we're just growing every day. And it's just amazing. It's just an amazing experience. But I'm ready for this interview, man. I'm ready for the questions. I'm ready to inspire people. I'm ready to tell them, how I started a movement from scratch, and I just want to, I want to help as much as I can.
Well, you tell me, how can you help? I mean, I've been working with helping people who are stuck in their situation. Like I was that person. I was stuck as a fitness pro at one point. At one point, you could say I was crushing it in that I was, working what I wanted to work. I was working like 30 to 40 hours at a good pay rate, and that's pushing good, but it was crushing me. And it was crushing me so much. It's funny. I was on the phone with someone the other day, and I was talking to them and telling them that you never break your leg. And this is a cliche like statement that you say, except for it applies to me. You never break your leg on the way to work of a job that you love, right? Now, go lo and behold, 3.5 years ago, I broke my leg riding my bike on my way to work. Not to say that I don't love what I do, but nobody really should be up at 4:50 in the morning to get to work. That's just, I was trying to squeeze in another hour into my day. So, that really led me to believe, to learn and understand that I needed to do something different.
Hmm.
And what I've been using this podcast as a platform to do is to connect with people who are doing something different, people who are in the space that are able to inspire. What absolutely inspires me is your focus. I mean, it just blows my mind. I mean, I can only imagine the struggles that you've had to go through over the years when things were low, things were up, things are low, things are up. You know, having no business experience really, and just learning as you go, and now having business experience that we can all learn from, but learning it in the trenches, I can only imagine. So let me ask you a quick question. Who do you dedicate this work to? Who do you dedicate your focus to?
Wow. Great question, Billy. So going back to when I was 18 years old and I first made the decision that I wanted to change my life and I wanted to insert meaning into my life, I I really credit I really credit the books that I was reading at the time. I really credit the community service that I was doing at the time, and I really credit the group of people at the gym who never let me um, never let me fail, you know, and who taught me how to work out the right way and what fitness was all about. So those three things, I really credit my focus to those three things: community service, exercise, and reading. But when I think of an individual, I didn't have one. I didn't have one growing up. I didn't have an individual that I would work for. Some people have a mom. Oh, Billy, right? People will say, "Oh, I can't wait to buy my mom a house," right? Or they'll say, "I can't wait to tell my dad to retire from his job," and or I can't wait to, put my sister through college, right? And I didn't have any of that. I didn't have any of those motivations. So my motivation came from not wanting to die, and not leave something significant in this world. I remember
Golden, hold
being
on. Just
18.
move your hand there. You're covering the mic.
I'm sorry.
There you go. That's good.
So my motivation came from not wanting to die. I didn't want to die and not leave something significant and worthwhile behind. So I remember being 18 and saying to myself, bro, if you don't get focused and you don't start changing your life and changing your story, you are going to end up in jail. You're going to end up selling drugs. You're going to end up just being a statistic. So you need to start literally replacing all the negative energy and all the darkness in your life with positive forces. So again, those positive forces were things like exercise, reading, community service, surrounding myself with great people, just thinking about big ideas. And I just started doing all these things, and life started changing. And now, about 11 years later, 12 years later, my motivation is my son, of course. I love my son. I love my family. And but my whole life, Billy, I've never had, other than now, but I never had someone I was working for. But I can credit my success to those three things, for sure.
All right. Let me just mention that this video, I was able to corner him down, Golden, at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So just bear with us as we pretend like we didn't work like the last 18 hours and dream about it the 4 hours, 5 hours before that, right?
It's crazy you mentioned that. I've been working nonstop every single day, and sometimes I'm per day I'm like at 3 or 4 schools per day. I'm speaking to over 2 or 3 thousand students per day, and about the importance of being healthy, being educated, being active, and like Billy said, he's been tracking me down, trying to get a conversation with me started for his amazing community. And I have to say it to anyone watching this and to anyone who really loves following Billy, he's the real deal. I've known Billy for 12 years now, and I'll give you a story on why I believe he's the real deal. I'm not just saying that because I'm on his podcast, but I was 18 years old, and I just started my journey of trying to change my life, and I got a job at a gym called the New York Sports Club in the Upper East Side of New York. And I remember joining that gym, and I felt like just so lost there because it was such a giant gym and everybody was so rich and all the trainers were so amazing, and I just didn't know how I was going to fit in. And there was one trainer who took me under his wing, and every time he saw me, he would share advice with me, he would share wisdom with me, he would ask me questions, he would ask me what my goals were, he would show me different exercises, and that was Billy Cowell. I'll always remember that. I'll be in the break room, I'll be hiding in the break room, afraid to get clients, and he'll walk in there and sit down with me and says, "What's up, man? How can I help you? You know, like let's build your business." And I'm like, "My business? What are you talking about?" Like he goes, "Come on, man, you're a personal trainer now. We got to build your business." And it was just, it was just crazy. I just couldn't believe that, and it wasn't about our skin color. Billy's a white boy, I'm a Puerto Rican boy, and it wasn't about that. It was about, hey, you want to help people change lives? That's what I'm doing. I can show you how to do that. And Billy's been this guy for forever since I've known him. So I remember that, and this is just my way of repaying him back for all of those lessons that he taught me. So Billy, anytime, man, I'm here for your community. I'm here for you. I'm here for your family. You had no idea, man, that you were speaking to a kid who literally was planning to change the world. So you really you made an impact in my life, and you've earned a friend. So yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm ready for the second question, man. What do you got for me? Talk to me.
It's funny. I told you the other day about a podcast that I had come across, right? Now, this is a podcast. It's called On Fire. Entrepreneurs on Fire, something like that. The guy's name is John Lee Dumas. I should know the name of his of his podcast. But nonetheless, you go on iTunes. It's one of the top 10 podcasts. So I told you about this guy. I had literally just discovered him when we talked, a week ago? So I really think that I really want to be able to find more people like me who are stuck in this business, stuck in this situation, that need an out. And I reached out to this guy. Now, I connected with him personally today. And it's funny because I get a hold of one of your super mentors, right? That's who I look at this guy as. And I get him in real life, and I'm like, I want to ask this guy 1,000 questions. And the only thing I could ask him was, how do I get people like Goldin on an interview with me? And he says, listen, right now it's a numbers game. You just got to keep pounding through them and getting as many people, asking people and getting them as possible. And the only reason I bring that up is because I was able to track you down at 9:30 at night tonight. So I appreciate you just the same.
No, of course.
But yeah, I encourage you to check out that guy's work because it's really, really inspirational. So listen, are you an entrepreneur?
Yes, without a doubt.
Why?
Well, you know what? Let me correct myself. I consider myself a social entrepreneur. And and the reason I consider myself a social entrepreneur is because ever since I was a kid, I always known I wanted to be in business. And I remember I used to see my uncles have their own businesses. One of my uncles would buy clothes at wholesale prices and then resell them at his stores in Harlem. And my other uncle used to buy wholesale cell phones right when the cell phone industry first started, and he would sell them to different stores. So there was a lot of a lot of business pedigree in my family. So I've always known that I wanted to be a businessman, but it wasn't until around 19 to 20 years old when companies like Tom Shoes started showing up and started proving that you can make money and make a difference at the same time. And that's what I fell in love with. I fell in love with the idea that I can be a socially responsible entrepreneur, someone who doesn't put the bottom line of profit first, but puts the bottom line of social impact first, and still be successful in life. So everything I do, Billy, every single day, yes, I love to make money, and I love to live in a nice home, and I love to provide for my family, and I love to set my future up. But at the same time, my motivation isn't the bottom line to make profit. It's to figure out how my skills and my talent and my gifts and my mission and my ideas and my visions can change the world. So I wake up every day figuring out how can I inspire people? How can I inspire them? And that drives my bottom line. So am I an entrepreneur? Without a doubt. I love business, but I love business from a different perspective. I love it because the more successful I am in business, the more lives I can change.
Just be careful with the mic and your finger. I think that you got cutting it out a little bit. It's good. I got you, but I think it can be better.
I don't even,
Where are you going to be in? Where are you going to be in 5 years?
oh, you know what? I have
There you
something.
go. That's clear.
Oh, wait, I have something that my friend bought me. Let me see. Let's see if I have it. Where's the thing that my friend bought me? My friend bought me something, and they like mailed it to my house. I think it's this right here. You see this?
Okay.
I think it's something.
Nice.
I think I can use it, and it can hold up the phone. Let's see. Let's try. All right. All right. I'm listening, Billy.
Where you plan to be with this, with your movement right now? I mean, you're focused. You're get focused. Where is it going to be in 5 years?
Without a doubt, we are. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see how this works. Okay, this right here. I gotta figure out how to use. I'll figure this out later. All right. Can you, I don't know where the mic is, but can you hear me? Can you hear me
No,
clear?
it's crystal clear right now.
Crystal clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we're already a national movement where we're impacting lives. So for those of you out there who are watching this and are obviously curious about what Get Focused is, so back in 2009, actually, 2008, I thought of the idea. 2009, I actually launched it. The idea was really simple. In 2009, I was a personal trainer, and I wanted to take my gifts into the community and train children for free. Children that couldn't afford it. Children from urban communities that parents could not afford a trainer. I wanted to train them for free. And I started doing that in my old community. And I started with one teenager named Jorge Hernandez. The kid was a smoker. The kid was contemplating dropping out of high school. The kid was hanging around the wrong crowds. His life was just in shambles. And I took him off the street and I got him to quit smoking. I got him to go back to high school. I got him to think about college. And I did this all through the art of fitness. I helped him work out and I helped him change his mindset and his attitude. And what happened was all of his friends saw the change in him and they wanted to join the program as well. So we grew the program in 2009 from one teenager named Jorge all the way to 150 in a matter of 3 months. And it was all because people, especially young people, they didn't want to be left behind. They saw one of their friends, one of their peers, changing his life, thinking about his future, living his life with purpose, and they said, I want to do the same thing. I want to change my life as well. And the movement grew, and we started our organization, and we grew from 150 kids in our first year to the next year we had over 3,000. To next year after that, 5,000. Next after that, 10,000. To now in 2018, we've impacted easily over 120,000 lives, all through fitness, personal training, obstacle courses, boot camps, yoga, anything to do with fitness. We bring it to the children in underserved communities. But what's cool and what separated us from a lot of other fitness organizations is what we did in 2015. So in 2015, I had a bright idea to incorporate a new component into my company, and that component was reading, because I love reading. I love reading. One of my favorite books, Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. Read that book, changed my life, and I haven't stopped reading ever since. Right now, I'm reading a book by Bob Goff, Everybody Always, amazing book. But reading was such a big part of my life, and I knew that my mind is the most important muscle besides my heart. So if I'm strengthening my heart through exercise, I have to strengthen my mind as well through reading. So I said, kids need to do the same thing. So in 2015, I incorporated reading into my company. And what we started doing was we started encouraging our kids that we work with to buy their favorite books using exercise as currency. It's never been done before. You cannot go anywhere in the world and pay for anything with exercise. You and I cannot walk into the Adidas store and buy Adidas with 50 push-ups or 50 jumping jacks. It's impossible. But at Get Focused, children can buy their favorite books using exercise. So a book, instead of being worth $10, can be worth 10 burpees, 10 jumping jacks, 10 sit-ups. And it's just been a genius idea. And we've been doing this around the country for the last 3 years. And the program has grown exponentially. We have deals with libraries, publishing companies. We have schools that donate thousands and thousands of books to us to help run this program. Even churches, a lot of churches are getting involved. And Billy mentioned earlier about that. We, as a company, we are making a pledge that any church in America that is looking to empower their children through reading and exercise, our organization will help teach you our system for free. All you need to do is cover the cost of us coming out to your church, and the actual program will be free for you guys. We'll teach you how to get kids to read and exercise the Get Focused way. We have a philosophy. We have a system. We have over 10 years of experience working with children, getting them excited about things that they normally see as punishment. So, yeah, Billy, that's why I see Get Focused in 5 years. I see us continuing the mission and just growing it, working with as many kids as possible. For me personally, and I want a lot of people to hear this, I know what my next step is at 30 years old in the next few weeks.
Wait, say that again. I can't hear you.
I said my next step for myself, not for my organization, is definitely TV, without a doubt. I am working on that. I am working on figuring out how to get more involved in the media, and I want to become the Dr. Oz of reading and exercise, without a doubt. Yeah,
All right.
I want Goldin Martinez to be the face for reading and exercise across America. So that's definitely my next goal, and I'm very humble about it. I don't want to be famous for my own ego. You know, I want to be known for it so I can continue to make an impact on these children's lives and these communities that we serve. So so I just want to be the voice, the face and voice for it, and for good reason, you know.
So obviously you put a lot of thought into this.
I try, man.
Who are your mentors?
Well, you started as one of my mentors back at 18 years old. You know? So
I
you were,
appreciate you so
yeah,
much.
you definitely make that list. So I have one of my biggest mentors is one of my best friends, Dallas J. Logan, celebrity photographer, amazing man. He believed in me at 18 years old, and when no one else would listen to me. There was a point, Billy, where I was so young that my ideas, just nobody cared. Nobody listened. But he was one of those friends who always listened and always supported and always asked me how can he help? How can he help? How can he help? You were one of those friends as well. And so he was definitely still always a mentor to me. I got one of my other best friends, Ronnie Fuller, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, great guy. Him and I have done some tremendous work together. Moises Perez, another man who I respect and admire very, very much. And then, you know what? I sit here and there's like so many people to name because so many people have impacted me, you know? Those of you out there who have impacted me and who have changed my life, you know, shout out to you. Charles DeSalle, the City Gym Boys, you know, amazing. Yusuf Myers, you know Yusuf, I know Yusuf. He was a brother and mentor, you know, and yeah, the list is so big, the list is so big, but yeah, right now and then, of course, all the authors I read. I feel like once you become an author, you're like an automatic mentor, you know. So, Billy, when are you gonna become an author, man?
I mean, it's all in due time. We all have priorities, right?
Yeah, man. I can't wait.
We all have priorities.
I can't wait for your book.
I'm trying to build the audience of people who really want to make a change, and it can be a challenge to find those people because the people who need change are also the people that don't have the time. You know, time is such a valuable commodity. So let me ask you, what would you tell someone who wants to follow in your footsteps? Like, for instance, your story is very inspiring. Like, you graduated high school and 2 years later started this organization. Like, there's millions of people in the United States that want to do something like that. There's millions of kids who don't want to sign that dotted line for that school loan and go to school when they don't know what they want to do. And, you have a story that can inspire someone. What kind of advice would you give somebody who literally wants to follow in your footsteps?
Listen to the signs. I knew at 13 years old that I wanted to be involved in the community because I remember going to a community event at 13 years old and watching an organization mobilize hundreds of people and even thousands of people to do something that I've always seen as punishment. And it was a servathon where they were getting people to feed the homeless, clean the parks, and just do community service all around the neighborhood. And I couldn't believe that this organization was able to get people empowered to do something that didn't seem empowering at all. Like, who does community service to empower themselves? We were taught that community service is something that criminals do as a punishment. So that was my first sign at 13. Then my next sign at 16 was when the teacher put a book in my hand called Tuesdays with Maury, and that book changed my life, and I fell in love with reading. Then at 18, when I fell in love with exercise, those were all the signs that I listened to. But an example for signs for people out there. Think about those times that you've met people, Billy, right? That came to you and said, "Billy, you're gonna be special. One day, one day the world's gonna know your name." Or that time that you won the spelling bee in class, and people said, "Wow, Billy, you're a great speller, Billy, or you're a great writer." Right? Like, how many times has that happened where a teacher came to you and there's been times people try to tear you down and then people try to tear you up. And you gotta listen to those signs. You gotta, throughout your life, people are gonna tell you things. Like, Billy, you ever thought about writing a book? And you're like, no. And I'm like, Billy, you should, man. You're amazing. You're an amazing speaker. You're an amazing writer. You should write a book one day. And that's a sign. And you know what happens? Some people never write that book. Some people never write that book. And then they wonder why their life never really got to the next level. It's because you didn't listen to the signs. God was speaking to you through people and saying things to you, and you just never listen to them. So for those of you out there who are wondering how to take that next step, listen to the signs. People are telling you exactly what your next step should be, but your ears have to be open to it. Your heart has to be open to it. So, so yeah, that's how I feel, man. I listen to all of the signs. Like, a big sign for me was back in November when I filmed my recent TV show with Mike Rowe, returning the favor for Facebook, Hugh show, and the producers of the show had this inside joke which was amazing, and they were telling each other, and they even told me, they say, hey, if Mike Rowe ever gets sick or needs a day off, we need to just hire Goldin as his backup, and because Goldin's the perfect person for TV. And that I listened to it. I said, "Oh my God, are they right? Like, am I a perfect person for TV? Do I have that gift? Can I be a host? Can I be a TV show person?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?" And ever since November, I've been listening to that sign and I've been figuring it out. And I'm proud to say it's in the works. So I don't want to say too much about it, but I'm working on my first TV show. So, you know, um, again, I can't talk too much about it because there's a lot of contracts and things being negotiated still. But I listen to the signs. People are gonna say things about you, and you just need to listen to them. And then you also need to listen to the negative ones too, because somebody might say, "You know what, Billy? You can never be an author. You're not smart enough." And then you're gonna say, "Oh yeah, well, watch this." Yeah, and that's my advice to people who want to follow in my footsteps. That's what I did. I just listened to the signs, whether good or bad. You have something to say it to me, and I'm going to use it as fuel. So yeah.
So listen, let's do a little lightning round with a couple questions. I'm gonna spit something out to you, and you spit me out a quick answer. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have more than one flow of income?
Yes.
Yes. Do you have a blog?
Yes.
Do you have email marketing?
No, I don't have email marketing. No.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice I ever received: to get focused.
I love it. What's one thing that you're most fired up about today?
Um, my 30th birthday. It's a few weeks away.
When's your birthday?
June 20th.
June 20th. I did not know our birthdays were so close.
When's yours?
July 1st.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep. So you and I are just the same as my kids, 10 days apart.
Wow, that's amazing.
What's a personal habit that contributes to your success?
I love playing chess.
Oh,
Huge.
chess.
I am a huge chess fan, chess player. I follow the sport. I'm one of the people in the world who consider chess a sport. I think it is an amazing sport. I think that it needs to be more mainstream than it is. I think right now there's not enough people playing chess, and there should be. I am a big advocate for it. I actually love supporting. I've donated money to chess programs, chess organizations, um, anything to do with chess. I'm a big fan of, and mainly because I was a kid, and it was one of the first cool programs that they created in my public school. So I was from a really poor community, and we didn't really get much resources. But there was a chess master that used to come to our school to teach us chess when I was in elementary school, and I loved the chess club. It was such an and it was probably one of the first times I felt victory. Like, he taught me how to win in the game of chess, and I won my first trophy. I won my first trophy playing chess before I won my first trophy playing basketball or any sports. So yeah, I've been a huge. I contribute a lot of my success to chess because in chess it's such a strategic game, and once you learn the art of chess and you understand the methods and the strategies and the tactics and and why things are done, and if this person makes this is the move you need to make. Um, it's just amazing, and the game it like once you start, like, you're in it and you have to finish. Like, there's no way, like, yeah, you have to finish the game. Like, so I contribute a lot of my success to chess. You know,
That's amazing.
yeah. I would be one of the millionaires in life who would have a beautiful home, and, like, in my garden I'll have like a giant life-size chessboard.
That's fine.
You
I
know,
look forward to seeing that chessboard.
one day, Billy, one day. You know.
I look forward to seeing that. All right, I'm done with the lightning questions. I just got a couple more. For instance, you already mentioned a book, Bob. You mentioned Bob Joff,
Bob
Everybody,
Goff.
Everything. What is it?
Yeah, Bob Goff. Everybody always. So that's the
Everybody,
so that's the
always.
book. That's the latest book I'm reading. And
What would you recommend?
I would always recommend Tuesdays with Maury.
Who's that? Say it again.
Tuesdays with Maury.
Tuesdays with Morgan. Wow, I've
No,
never
no,
never heard of
no,
that.
with Maury.
Maury.
Maury. It's a book by a guy named Mitch Albom, and Mitch is an author based from Detroit, and Maury was his college professor who everybody loved. And Maury unfortunately came down with the Lou Gehrig disease, ALS. And we all know ALS is an uncurable disease, and that is going to lead to death. Once you have ALS that you are going to die, and you are going to die a painful death, and you're going to literally deteriorate. And Maury, as the professor that he was, such an innovative renowned professor, instead of being sad that he was dying, and instead of just giving up on life, he decided to start celebrating his life and the energy and enthusiasm and grace that he lived his life with from after discovering that he had the Lou Gehrig disease was so inspiring and beautiful that Maury um, just became like this huge icon. And Mitch, because I was his favorite college professor, wanted to visit Maury like in his last days to pay his respects. But when he went to visit Maury, during that visit, he was just so inspired by Maury's outlook and perspective through his grueling time in his life that he said, "Hey, Maury, can I come visit you every Tuesday? I just want to come visit you and have conversations and, and just, enjoy my time with you." And Maury said yes. And every Tuesday they met up and they spoke about something new. One Tuesday they spoke about friendship. Another Tuesday they spoke about money. Another Tuesday they spoke about love. Another Tuesday they spoke about family. And every Tuesday in the book, it's like a new theme, a new chapter, a new subject. And there's like new lessons to be learned. And I read that book and it changed my life. It made me realize, Goldin, who cares that you were born a crack baby? Who cares that you were in foster care? Who cares that your grandfather molested you growing up? Like, in the end of the day, you're playing the victim. It's the way you look at it that decides how your life is going to be. So if you look at those things and you're sad about them and you want to retaliate and react with that kind of attitude, of course your life is going to be negative. But if you look at those things and say, you know what, I'm going to choose to be empowered by them. I'm going to choose to look at them as positive. Then your life is going to reflect that. And that's what Maury taught me. Maury taught me that I needed to look at those things from a different perspective. Because I'll be honest with you, Billy, before reading that book, if you told me I had ALS, God forbid, I wouldn't be able to handle that. I wouldn't be able to celebrate my life and be happy. But after reading that book, you can do it. You can literally celebrate your life and be happy.
I look forward to picking that up.
Tuesdays
I'm
with
on this
Maury.
kick. I'm on this kick, 50 books in 2018.
Let's go.
And I'm right on schedule to do 50 over the course of the year. That's one book a week.
I love
So
it.
next week I think I'm gonna start. Maybe next Tuesday I'm gonna start on Tuesdays.
Yeah, Tuesdays with Maury. You're gonna fall in love. You're gonna fall in love with Mitch Albom. I'll tell you this much. You're probably gonna get Mitch Albom to do an interview with you, and you're gonna remind them of, I did an interview with Goldin Martinez, and that's how I discovered your books, and your books changed my life, and now I'm interviewing you, and I'm putting that into the universe. You're gonna interview Mitch Albom.
I'll take it. I accept it.
Yeah.
But there's never been a time in history to make it easier to reach out to people. And every time I talk, I take notes. I'm like, I just shoot them a Facebook message. They write me back. Hey, what's happening? So Mitch Oswald and I, we're going to be connecting.
Yeah.
So listen, let me ask you, if someone was going to partner with you, if the right eyes were on this interview and they were watching you and they connected, they saw you, who would be that person?
Great question. Great question. Um, Truthfully, the number one person that I would love to partner with would be Will Smith. I would love Will Smith, and not because of his fame and his fortune and all of his success, but because he truly planted a message in me when I was a kid, and not only in me, but in millions of children, when he accepted an award from the Children's Choice Award, and he went on stage, and instead of just saying thank you, I'm honored, this is great, thank you mom, thank you dad, everybody, thank you for this award, he decided to go on stage and say, hey guys, I want to leave every single child watching right now with my 2 secrets to success. And these 2 secrets are literally why I am who I am today. They are solely responsible for me being so successful. And I want you guys to take these 2 secrets and I want you to live by them. And I probably could have been more than 13 or 15 years old watching this on TV. and he told the entire world that his two secrets to life were reading and running. So reading and exercise were Will Smith's secrets to life, to his success. And ever since he said that, I said, oh my God, like, I need to read and exercise. I need to read and run. And I think that Will Smith will love what these two letters represent. I think that Will Smith will love to help spread the Get Focused message around the world. And I would love to do it side by side with someone who believes those are the two secrets to life, because I believe that. I believe that reading and running are the two secrets to life. I really do. And I would even challenge Will to do one more. And I say, Will, community service. We got to give back. And the way we give back is by spreading those two secrets. So yeah, if I can work with anyone, it would be Will Smith.
Got it. Now, what about someone who's not a celebrity? Like, let's say through our network, someone sees you this interview and wants to just reach out to you and partner with you in the business. What kind of person would you be looking for in that level? And
Well, I mean,
I actually hope it's
yeah,
Will Smith. I mean, him and I are Facebook friends. He might be on here right now.
yeah, let's hope so. But anybody in the school industry, anybody in the school realm, any principals, any teachers, um, any educator in general would definitely be on the top of that list. Any personal trainers out there looking for ways to give back to the community, any personal trainers out there who believe reading and exercise are the keys to life, yeah, those people I want to connect with them. Um, any community leader out there leading communities and getting kids off the street and looking for new ways to engage them, those people reach out to us. Get Focused is a great way to engage kids. And yeah, educators, trainers, community leaders, and those are the people that I believe can help push the Get Focused mission forward.
I don't want to ask you the last question.
What's the last question of the day?
It just I don't want to end the interview. Last question is real simple. You have any final notes? But I don't want to end it, so I'm just not going to ask.
No, all good, all good, all good. So the last, so what's the last question?
Just if you have any final notes.
Any final notes for people who are watching? Um, Continue to support people who want to be successful in life. If you see someone that is trying to make a difference, don't shut them down. Listen to them, collaborate with them. You know, I remember when people didn't want to listen to me, and now those same people are begging to be a part of my story. You know, and I don't hold grudges. You know, anyone that wants to be a part of my story, you want to help, I'm more than willing to get you involved. But you know, don't shut people down. You know, Billy, I was 18 years old, man. You didn't have to listen to me. You were one of the most successful trainers in the gym, and you didn't have to give me the time of day, and you did. And you sat down and you listened to me, and you told me how great my ideas were, and you told me if I ever needed you that you'll be there. And that was 12 years ago, and you're still here, man. Recently, you and your wife, you know, contributed to our GoFundMe campaign. You guys put your money where your mouth is. You know, your family contributed to Get Focused, you know, financially, spiritually, mentally, you know, and now you just want to give back to the whole community. So, so for me, I'm so grateful to you guys. You guys are making a difference in this world. For those of you guys watching, I interview with major news outlets, you know, major, and for me, this is one of my favorite interviews because it's one of my favorite people. You know, Billy Cowell, I believe that he is the future of inspiration in the fitness industry. I think that he's going to become the face and the voice, and I think his wife is already doing a phenomenal job. And I think that the Cowells are going to be a brand in their own. So I'm looking forward to your TV show, Billy. It's going to happen.
It'll be on YouTube if it's a TV show.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Billy, thank you for this, man. Thank you for the opportunity. definitely.
When can I meet that little? We gotta make a set a date to get your little kid over here.
Oh my God, he would love you guys, and then you have three now. You have two girls and one boy, so he'll go crazy.
Yep, the girls are wonderful. The boy's 2 months old. 2 months yesterday.
Oh my God, congratulations, congrats. So my son is Lucas. He's 16 months now. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 17 months. And time just flies. You know, you have three. Time just flies by, man. And but they just get more fun as they get older. It's just so much fun. So
Then you make another one.
yeah,
Then you make another one.
yeah,
Then you make another
you're
one.
you're at three. I'm at one. I'm trying to catch up. I definitely want to catch up. I definitely want more children, without a doubt. um, but yeah, I love my family. Linda, Lucas's mom, is amazing. She's definitely a huge support and a huge inspiration. She herself is an amazing professor, an amazing educator, nonprofit leader, and studying for a PhD. So I know that my son is in good hands. His mom and dad both love him and want the best for him. So yeah, family is so important. Your base needs to be in order. I love when you tell me, Golden, I gotta get my house in order. I love when you said that to me. It just proves to me that you're such a leader, and like when a man says that, he's a real man. Because some men out there don't even like have the energy to get their house in order. They just like give up or run away or abandon their family or abandon their responsibilities. But you don't do that, man. You literally tackle your responsibilities like a man, and that I respect about you.
Listen, brother, I'm gonna let you call in for a night. I appreciate every second of your time.
Likewise.
I'm gonna go through this interview, pull out all the nuggets, put them in text, so they're more easy for people to search and find some of the good things that we have spoken about today. I'm gonna post links to not only your fundraiser, but also that Uprocks video was really good. Um, and I'm sure that there will be more people who are gonna want to do videos like that for you.
Yeah, I'll you and I will have a we'll have an off the record conversation about the TV shows, We'll have, yeah. It's Up Rocks. That video was just so phenomenal, and the team behind that video was even more incredible. And I'm fortunate to say that I'm still very close with that team, and they're very big supporters and fans of what I do, and we're definitely going to be doing more stuff together. So I'm excited about that.
All right, brother. You have a good night.
You too. You too. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you guys. I really love the movement. The Cowell clan is killing it right now, and thank you for the opportunity.
All right, now let's also document that we have to talk now sometime between now and this time next year. Let's not let a whole year go by or something crazy like that.
Oh well, we got to do a follow up. We definitely got to do a follow up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we need to make sure happen after this conversation. Your interview with Mitch Albom. That's what I'm holding you to. You got.
I will. I'm gonna check that out.
You got to read his book and then interview with him.
Do you know him personally?
He knows me. I don't know him personally. I wish I did. He's such a hero to me. But he's actually autographed a few books for me and mailed them to me. And he recently just mailed me 200 copies of his new book. So yeah. So he knows of me and I know of him, so we know of each other, but we're not friends yet. I would love to be Mitch's album friend. I think Mitch is a phenomenal human being. He's a gift to this world, and it would be an honor to call him my friend. So,
how many books have been donated?
Overall, to get focused at this point, I would say easily. Wow, we're reaching almost 50,000 at this point.
50,000.
Yeah, 50,000
donated
books. Well, donated books, but also the books that have been donated, we have a recycling program. Once they get donated, they go right back into the community. So when we talk about 50,000 donated, that also means 50,000 put back into the community.
Right.
So we're literally bringing them in and then doing the events to get them out. We're shelling out at this point. There was a point in time where I was doing one event a month, right? Like back in 2015, I would do 1 or 2 events a month. Now, Billy, we're doing about 4 events per day.
4 events a day?
A day, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And what's cool about it is that we're getting some very cool people to pay for those events. The New Jersey Devils, huge company. The Boys and Girls Club, the YMCAs. We got a few health companies in New York, Somos Healthcare. We have really good partners that help pay for these events to happen. They sponsor them, so it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But yeah,
I appreciate you so much.
4 day, Billy. But we need to get it to maybe at least a dozen a day. I'll be happy. Because
By August.
a dozen a day means that we're impacting about 1,000 kids a day. When I can say that, I'll be happy.
So beginning of the school year, 2018.
We're gonna get it. I think we're gonna reach it because we're expanding. We're in different markets now. We're expanding to Washington with my friend Wes Davis, a hero of mine, amazing guy. He's my pastor. He's the leader of New Life Church out there. Him and I are working to open a Get Focused chapter out there. I'm working with an amazing gym in Chicago called Phenomenal Fitness with their founder Sean Armstead, who is an amazing guy. Him and I are working on opening Get Focused Chicago. Working with amazing people out in Boston, New York, Jersey. So overall, my boy Justin Springer in Boston, he's a huge, amazing guy. He's one of our partners in Boston. So what's happening is we're expanding so fast. So we're gonna get to a dozen events, maybe even more. But I want to get focused to that level where I can say, hey guys, we're changing up 1,000 lives a day, around the country. Maybe maybe I'm underballing. Maybe we're gonna get 10,000 in the next 2 years. I don't know. By 2020, we could be changing 10,000 lives a day. But let me go, Billy. It's man, I love it. It's 10:30 at night. We spoke for an hour.
That's great.
Love it.
It'll give me something to do when I go back through this and pull out all the nuggets of the words of wisdom of this legend.
You're a legend, bro.
All right, man. Let's talk later.
You got it, man. Love you, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right.